Good evening and welcome to CSL on the Lake. Let us begin in consciousness. As I take a breath and relax, I acknowledge that there's one presence in the universe, one power, one infinite creative intelligence. It is everywhere present, it is all-knowing, it is all-powerful. And as I acknowledge that and accept that as true, I recognize that it is right here being me, that I am one with it. It is in that oneness that I acknowledge that I am power. I am intelligence. I am a divine manifestation of the infinite creator, and as such, fully capable. So as I relax into this present moment, I know that today's service is a gift and a blessing, and that each one of us gathered here today come to this space with a sense of possibility and opportunity, expansion, an idea, a new idea being planted to possibly shift a perception. Whatever is revealed, whatever is received, is truly a gift. So filled with love and appreciation and with gratitude, I release these ideas into the law, knowing it is done. And so it is.
Hi, everyone. Our land acknowledgement is we work, live, and play on the historical and traditional territory of many Indigenous nations, including the Anishinaabe and Wendat peoples, and more recently, the Mississaugas of the Credit and Haudenosaunee nations. As we gather from many places on Turtle Island, we as settlers are grateful for the opportunity to meet here, and we thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years, including the Métis, Inuit, and all other Indigenous people. Also acknowledging that as we continue to grow and expand on these lands, there is still unresolved and dangerous inequality and discrimination toward our BIPOC and 2SL LGBTQ+ family. By making these acknowledgements, we strive to be allies and take an active part in reconciliation. We recognize our oneness, we realize our history, and we choose to create a new reality. We are one. Our vision at CSL on the Lake is transforming humanity through the emergence of the sacred, authentic self. And our mission is to welcome you as you are, where you are, without judgment or criticism, providing a sacred place of learning and growing as you seek to achieve your greatest dreams. We accomplish this by offering Science of Mind classes, social events, inspiring workshops, thought-provoking services, and practitioner support. We honor the revelation of your emerging sacred, authentic self through our positive messaging and loving support. Let us now prepare for meditation with Enrico.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Kathy. So I invite you to join me in meditation this evening by calling forth your spirit of joy and fun, which indwells ever present within each and every one of us. Close your eyes, keep your eyes open, feet on the ground. Feel your feet, wiggle your toes, your hands, you are here. And breathe with me. We inhale through our nose deeply into the belly button and blowing out through our mouth as if blowing through a straw. So it sounds a little like this. as we sink into our chairs, we imagine sitting in the comfort of our own living room, family room, or any room that you watch TV in. And you have a remote in your hand as you look at the screen. And you turn it on and you notice the first channel that appears in front of you. Is it a news network? Is it CNN or Sports Center or Fox or even CTV? Whatever channel comes to mind first, simply acknowledge it, and then with the remote again, change the channel. Now, is it Cartoon Network, or is it the Food Network, or any other network? Again, acknowledge it and change the channel once more. This time, is it a movie channel, a Crave channel, Downton Abbey maybe? What is it that you watch, hear, and listen to? Which channel are you most drawn to? Now you click the remote one more time, and this show that appears, this show captures your attention immediately. This show is so familiar to you. Oh my goodness, you can just predict what happens before it even happens. And you're curious, what channel is this? What's the name of this show? And you click on info and find that this channel is the Just Me Network, a network that broadcasts everything about you and only you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It has all your favorite episodes. You can choose to watch your entire life over and over again, all the loves and victories, all the losses and pains over and over again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you've seen this all before. You know what happens. Nothing changes. And then an advertisement comes on for the Just When network on channel 365. Oh my God, yes. Let's click to that channel, see what happens when. And you click and click and click, and all you find is static channels. Channels that haven't been programmed yet, only static, white noise. This is not what you signed up for. You wanted a channel that shows me, just me, when. So when is it? But instead of calling Rogers or Bell, you click back to the network you know, with the old familiar shows. Resigned, you put down the remote, about to fall asleep, when an orchestra starts to play an upbeat score, not unlike the Tonight Show from Johnny Carson, if you remember that. Ba, 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 da. And the words appear on the screen. It says the You Show. What is this? Starring you. There you are, as you are, in your living room, family room, or wherever you are, as you are in your PJs or workout clothes, or whatever you are, as you are, miserable, happy, worried, carefree, limited, or expansive. But first, a word from our sponsor, Your Soul. Blaming the world for where you are in your life? Are you blaming the world for where you are in your life? Rule your thinking, rule your life. Who you are now will be who you become. Rule your thinking, rule your life. No more drama, only joy. No more pain, only love. No more violence, only peace. You decide. Don't overthink this commercial. You were born good, so stop trying to be good. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, only on the Just Me network. Now breathe again. Breathe and come back to me. Slowly come back to the here and now, where you are. Opening your eyes and asking yourself, what are you broadcasting to the world?
Well, so tell me why. We ask that question so often sometimes. Why me? Why this? Why now? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do people get sick? Why? And there really isn't a clear answer, but I loved Rico's meditation, taking us on that channel surfing tour, because what happens is why things look the way they do is because we have set in motion the circumstances of our existence. So what's going on? We take a look at the world around us and we go, oh, it's bad, it's awful, it's terrible. The energy that we create with those words in this now moment then produces our next result, our next experience. You see, the world is working perfectly for us. It is working according to the consciousness of each individual. And because we are a collective, right? There's only one thing going on. We're all some part of it. And because of that, we are creating our lives moment by moment by the very thoughts that we think. There's nothing magical or mystical or unusual about it. We are actually creating from our own consciousness. And I want you to think just a minute, the latest conversations you've had with anybody, or if you were sitting on a subway and listening to the conversations around you, what are the things that you're hearing? Oh, can you believe the price of things? Oh, did you see what happened to so-and-so? Did you see the news yesterday? Oh, there's a war here and this is going on. Like, oh, and the injustice in the world, everything is amplified and magnified in the negative. In the negative. We watch the evening news, or maybe we watch it morning, noon, and night because we do have 24-hour news channels. So are we paying attention to the rhetoric of the day by day, or are we paying attention to what it is that we would like to create? Now, if you think about the law of attraction, the law of attraction is exact. It draws into our life experience or brings us to exactly what we are, what we think about, what we believe, what we focus on. Now, here's the thing. Most of us are focusing on the problems, okay? Where, you know, if we have pains in our body, our attention is on that pain. I know what that's like. I had so much pain for so many years, and man, it just drew my attention. And I would complain about it often. I can't sleep, I'm in pain. I can't move, I'm in pain. And guess what? The pain continued. When we're looking at the things going on in the world and we talk about COVID and, oh, it ruined our lives and it ruined our world and it changed everything. Okay, yes, it changed everything. But we have a choice. We have a choice to look at the world from a new vantage point. If we want to know why things are happening the way they are, consciousness creates what we think about, what we speak about. That's what's being created. And if you listen to what's going on around, you will see there is a lot of negativity in our world. So why do bad things happen to good people? Because we expect it. The law of attraction is really powerful. And the way it really, if you wanted to break it down and go, well, how do I create what I truly want rather than what's happening by accident? And if you look at it, there's sort of three key things. One is interest. Where's my interest? What am I passionate about? If I'm talking about my aches and pains in a really excited, passionate way, well, guess what? It's going to stay, right? It's anchored in my thoughts and my feelings. But if my interest, if I'm sitting back and thinking about, you know, the real good things I'd like in my life, you know, I'm thinking about something positive happening, I'm living in joy and comfort and excitement, regardless of what's going on. I feel a sense of, wow, what's this? What's that? I'm interested in life and living. I'm interested in what's going on around me. And I'm paying attention to those things and I'm getting excited and delighted. And that interest is then moving me toward some greater possibility. And where is my attention? Right? What am I paying attention to? Am I looking at the world going, well, this is wrong and that is wrong and this is wrong and this should be different. I don't like that. I don't like. Where is my attention? Is my attention on the fact that there is only God? There's this one infinite, powerful, creative force in the universe, and it's right here where I am, and it's being me. And am I focusing my attention on the fact that, wow, I am part of this infinite creative intelligence. Ooh, I'm powerful, creative. Is that my attention? And then the third one is expectation, right? What do I expect? What do I expect out of life? Oh, well, bad things happen and then they get worse. What am I focusing on? Where is my interest? Where is my expectation? Do I pray for well-being and then go, oh yeah, but it didn't happen because 4 minutes have passed and I haven't seen the result? Am I expecting bad things to happen or am I expecting good things to happen? Where is my attention, interest, and expectation? When we look at the world around us, when I just walk down the street or pass by people, I often hear people talking about all the wrongs, all the things that are bad. So it's perfectly clear to me why the world looks difficult right now. It's because our consciousness is in that place. But we have the ability to change that. We can shift it, move it, alter it. And the way that we do that is through our interest, our attention, and our expectation. We look at what is it that brings me joy and do more of that. What things are kind of fun and interesting? What people do I like to hang out with? And let me spend some time with them. Can I play rather than worry? Could I shut the news off? I loved the channel surfing that Rico took us through, because if we're going to channel surf, how about we get into that channel where we go, now what? Ooh, what's coming next? I'm excited. I don't want to relive the past, been there, done that. I already know that story. Didn't like it first time around. Why would I repeat it? And well, as for the future, well, that's all static. I don't know what's out there, but what's here right now is the possibility of creativity and joy and laughter and peace and fun. Oh, it's so filled with potential. And we have the ability to create a new reality. And the way we create that is to get involved in life in a way that builds on the joy that we really want to experience. So I want to invite you over the next week to really think about what it is you want out of life. What are the feelings you want to have, probably more than the events? Do you want to experience more joy? Put a smile on your face, laugh a little bit, watch some, silly animal videos, or go for a walk down the street and say hello to every person you come in contact with and see what happens. Some of them even say hi back. It's true. I mean, some will walk on by going, weirdo, but it's okay. That's their energy. Tell somebody you love them. Not because you have to, not because it's expected. Do it when it's unexpected. Tell a stranger that says or does something that just delights you, and just say, wow, I love you, man. Allow yourself to be free in your own spirit. Allow the energy of the soul to permeate the aspects of your being so that you can show up in delight and excitement with a thrill for living. Let's change the narrative. Let's change the stories we tell. Why are we telling people all our sorrows and woes? Why don't we tell them what we dream about, what we're excited about? My husband does a very funny thing every single day. He wakes up in the morning, comes into my office and goes, so I had this dream last night. And then he'll relay the dream to me. Now, I rarely remember my dreams, but I'm fascinated because his are so vivid and so complex and convoluted, and the stories are so interesting. But every morning he'll come into my office and say, so I had this dream last night and I got to say it before I lose it. There's an excitement in his energy when he does that. It's part of our daily ritual. What is it that you dream about? Not necessarily when you're asleep at night, but what is it that you want for your life, for your family, for your world? What things delight and inspire you? Where would you like to go on this journey called life and living? Do you want to put in time until the end, or do you want to just get right in there and start playing and laughing and singing and only looking for good regardless of circumstance? Only looking for good. Imagine for a moment that you woke up in the morning going, whoa, best day ever. And then you went out into the day and you smiled at people and you talked to little children and you patted dogs and snuggled with kittens and you sat in the sun and allowed it to warm your skin and listened to the leaves of the trees as they rustled in the wind and the chirp of the bird that just sang that little song in the morning that reminded you spring is here. And then the blossoms. Today, I was walking along and I saw this gorgeous garden filled with purple irises all in bloom. I'm like, it was awe-inspiring. What excites and delights you? Where's your interest, attention, and what do you expect out of life? Do you expect that things are bad and getting worse, or do you expect that life's an adventure filled with excitement and delight, and are you ready to play? Do you dance more than you lay on the sofa? Do you want to get into life and just grab the juice out of it and be whatever it is that you're created to be? All of us are created unique and special. All of us are created with exactly what we need to live to our absolute fullest. We have everything we need, but it requires that we come to terms with who we are. You have to like yourself. Sorry. That's the great challenge, right? You got to like you. You got to fall in love with you. You got to look at you and go, oh, wow, perfect, whole, and complete. Woohoo, here we go. I'm created in the image and likeness of the Creator. Of course, I'm perfect, whole, and complete. And from that perfection, from that messy human perfection, which, isn't really perfect at all, but it is, because it's unique and special and it's you, and only you can be you and no one else can. And when you decide to, you start to see that everything is holy. Everything is holy. The day you fall down and skin your knee, that's a holy experience. When you filled with grief and the tears are flowing, that's a holy experience. When you're singing and dancing in the rain, that's a holy experience. When you're laying on a beach, soaking up the sun, drinking a Mai Tai, that's a holy experience. When you're cuddled up with the person you love the most, feeling their body next to yours and just thrilling with the excitement of being together, that's a holy experience. The dying, the living, the here, the there, it's all a holy experience. And it's all what I think about it. What am I thinking about it? Am I thinking it's bad and wrong? Okay, I get to be right. If I think it's good and beautiful, I get to be right. If I can look at the world and look at everything around it and go, it is what it is, and be okay with that, everything comes up roses or irises or tulips or daffodils. Crocuses, it is springtime. Lilacs are out, the smell is beautiful. What is it that you want out of life? What is it that you're looking for? What are you excited about? And if you can't name a bunch of things that just light your board, take a pause, take a breath, and reconfigure your thought process into a place of yes, possibility, opportunity, excitement, and delight. Know that the law of attraction is giving you exactly what you believe you are deserving of. Exactly. It doesn't hold back. It doesn't give you less or more. It gives you exactly what you expect out of life, whatever you called into being. Oh, I feel so sick and tired. All righty, here you go, baby. A little more sick and tired. I'm delighted, excited. I'm living life. I'm having fun. Yeah, here you go, baby. More of that. Whatever it is that we focus on, if we could focus on gratitude, intention, if we could focus on love and peace and beauty, if we could just get out of our own way and stop looking for the problem and start looking for the good, life would shift immensely, immediately, and beautifully. We are the creators of our experience. Why do bad things happen to good people? Because we think the world is a difficult place. And if we think that, we get to be right. And that's not a judgment or a criticism, and it's not a blame. It's just the way the universe works. Whatever I put into consciousness manifests. It's not a punishment. It's simply the law of cause and effect. The beauty of it, though, is I get to change it if I don't like it. I can change it if I don't like it. And how do I do that? I change the way I think about things. I change the way I think about people. I change the places I put my interest and my attention, and I look at my expectations. Do I expect good? Do I expect pain? Do I expect betrayal? Do I expect love? We are the creators. We are these powerful, remarkable, glorious beings. And we have the full power of the universe right within us, right where we are. Flip the channel. Connect to that channel of love and acceptance of uniqueness. Connect to your own divine, unique nature. And know that by doing that, you now have upped the game. You've pulled yourself out of race consciousness. So you're no longer subject to the masses, but rather you stand out of the crowd and you stand up with strength and power and possibility. Life is for us. And it's up to us to use it in a way that lifts, expands, grows, creates. Believe me, you have the power. You have the power. I have the power. Let's use it for good. Together, I am creating a divine space of understanding, love, and compassion for each person to share their beliefs and perspectives in this experience. I am speaking and acting for myself personally and not for others, and will share my truth honestly and respectfully. I am trusting that this is a safe place to step outside my comfort zone, or rather my familiar place. I am keeping my opinions and advice to myself, and I will not crosstalk nor give advice or suggestions. I'm keeping confidential what's shared here, and I'm ensuring that each participant has equal time to share. I am lightening up and I am joy. All right, so there's 3 questions tonight, and we've been trying to figure out how to get these into the breakout rooms with you, and we haven't accomplished that yet. So if you have a cell phone and you want to take a little picture of the screen, you can do that, and then it will be there for you. The 3 questions are: do I believe life is unfair? Am I struggling with the question why good people become sick? And how can God let bad things happen to good people? So those are the questions, and believe me, you can take it anywhere you want based on the meditation and the words that I've said. And so I'm going to put you now into breakout rooms. And